we, hashtag 31 days of we as in women empowerment. Now, I had to redo my content from last night. This is the content for tonight. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all of my realtor friends out there. I know it's real estate related / mortgage related conversation. So, in mortgage and real estate it's a huge part of my financial journey. And I only teach what I know. So, real estate and mortgages with an S is part of my financial journey. So, I'm going to teach you about this specific topic, and I am going to share my screen so we can have a conversation about this tonight. Tonight is the night. Don't let me sing. I'm the most horrible singer that a Filipina person that you'll know because I cannot sing. Okay, let's talk about on the 21st day of hashtag 31 days of we, cost that often shocks first-time homebuyers. I'm raising my hand because this also was a surprise to me. It may not have shocked me as a first-time homebuyer. We've all been there, right? We've all bought house number one. We've all been through this. We've all been first-time homebuyers. And so I'm sharing my journey when it comes to first-time homebuyers and some of the surprises that I was never told. You know, that's why education is such a big piece of my journey and everything that I do, because I don't want to give that effect and impact on people. I was impacted by this because I wasn't told. Now, sure, it's part of my settlement statement. Everything is on there. I signed for it. Sure, I was responsible for it. I take accountability. But it would have helped me as a consumer to be explained this and be told this. And most of the time, what I teach are the things that I wish I had, or the things that I wish I was told and explained about from someone's heart to my heart, because they just simply cared, right? Sure, there's all kinds of contracts you sign. I mean, shoot, buying a house is like you sign this big book of contracts. And it is truly our responsibility to read that contract. But who are we kidding? We're not kidding. Who are we kidding here? Nobody ever reads that contract unless I don't even know if attorneys do, to be honest with you, when they sign their home purchase contract. When they go to escrow and like, you know what, give me like 2 hours to read this. I don't think they do that either. So we are going to talk about this right now. Cost that often shocks first-time home buyers. Okay. Hey, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Kareen Mills. It rhymes with bills. You know the one. The dollar bills. I'm a financial educator empowering women to get rich and give. And yes, our male allies are welcome. Welcome, male allies. Okay, guys, number one, impound or escrow account. You know, when you are a first-time home buyer, even if you're not, but since we are talking about first-time home buyers, especially when you have, I actually forgot to add this, but that one is easy to understand for me. But if you bought a home under an FHA loan, you didn't have 20% down payment, or you didn't have a lot of money to put down payment, you can get a loan for 3.5% to 5% down payment through an FHA loan. It's a federal loan. It's a federally backed loan. Okay. You'll always have to do impound or escrow account. And what that is is an account that the escrow company keeps to park your insurance money and your property tax money. Let's talk about insurance. I spent 12 years in insurance. So if anybody knows homeowners insurance, I do. I'm a little rusted, haven't been in the industry since quite a while. Actually let go of my insurance licenses in the year 2020. So homeowners insurance is part of your impound account. When you look at your statement, you can see your principal, your interests, you have your insurance, a portion of it is your property tax, and then you have a bottom line where you pay a mortgage, right? When you buy your home, usually insurance is set for a year. And then insurance renews every year. And what do we know about insurance, you guys? Even if you're not in the insurance industry. Heck, my friend Paula of P3 Insurance is like busy requoting people. What do we know about insurance right now? It's a big mess. There's increase. Like, I think our insurance for our Airbnb have doubled already. And of course, our homeowners insurance have doubled since we acquired these properties, right? What do we know about them? They go up. You think you just have a fixed mortgage, 30-year fixed, right? 30-year fixed mortgage, and you think your payment's never going to go up? Well, guess what? Your impound or escrow account is going to need you to put more money in. And I'll tackle that towards the end. Because your insurance went up, which equates to your monthly payment is going to go up. So if you haven't earned more money or figured out how to make more money and bring more money in your household, you're kind of SOL. Because insurance goes up. I don't think, and you tell me if you've experienced this, but I don't think I've ever experienced my insurance going down. I don't think I've ever experienced my insurance going down. I think it always goes up. I don't know. It's always going up. And this is with no claims, no nothing. It's just having the policy. It just goes up. So your payment goes up. What do we know in Clark County? Shout out to our Clark County. What do we know about our property tax? Here's the other caveat to this. You buy a home that's not been in the market for so long, right? And then you buy it and you take over it and you take over the property tax thinking, oh my gosh, the property tax is so low. And then the county catches on, the value has gone up so much. And then the property tax goes sky high for you. Because remember, first-time home buyers, they don't have a lot of surplus every month. This is why you need to make sure when you're first-time home buyer, if you have a mortgage, say $2,000 a month, and you think you can afford $2,000 a month, plus all your food, your utilities, all that stuff that comes with a house. There's other things that comes with owning a home, okay? You need to have a cushion. You just need to have a cushion. Because like our Clark County property taxes, depending on where you're at in the country, I mean, it's gone up a lot. And that affects your mortgage payment because of your impound and escrow account. And if it affects your mortgage payment because of your impound and escrow account, there was not enough money in your escrow account, guess what you'll have? They'll call you with a letter. They're calling your money. They're calling you to put more money in. Hey, you're $2,000 short on your escrow account. There's two ways. Actually, there's a couple of ways you can address escrow shortage. Escrow shortage almost happens to us like shortly after we buy a property. It's always there. So, if you're a first-time home buyer and you've never purchased real estate before or a home, this is going to be a shock for you. You're like, what the heck is escrow shortage? Well, what it means is, hey, your property tax went up, your insurance went up, and we only collected during closing $1,000 for you. And now it's gone up by 2,000. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Now you owe us an extra $2,000, which I'm looking down in my calculator. You can either pay it all in cash and catch up with your escrow account, or you can divide it by 12. I think they do it that way. You divide it by 12 and then you pay it monthly so that it can get replenished, because it just caused the increase of your property taxes and your insurance premium just cost you to have an escrow shortage. There's a couple of things you can do about it, but not really much. Okay? Shop for less expensive insurance. Good luck. Good luck finding a insurance that's priced according to your original mortgage payment. Lower insurance coverage, which is, as an individual that spent 12 years in insurance, I would not, let me repeat, not recommend this. But that is an option for you, but not recommend it. I would rather pay $50 more a month than worry about lowering my insurance coverage. Even $100. This is a teaching moment for you. Even $100 more a month, because it's just my money. It's a lot lower than self-insuring your house or a portion of your house. Because if you have catastrophe, and by the way, let's talk about insurance really quick, because the reason insurance is the law of big numbers, right? It's like a co-op, like we all put money in there. It is not a bank account. It's not a savings account where, oh, I've put money in there for 40 years, therefore I should withdraw money in there. It just doesn't work that way. Insurance is for catastrophic reasons. It's not for the little nickel and diming things. Now, you might be triggered by what I just said and say, well, we can't afford not to submit a $500 claim. That's fine, but I'm here to just educate everybody. Do you, boo, and I'll do me. Insurance is not for the little stuff, because this is what's happening. All the little stuff that you've all been claiming over a period of time is causing all of us to pay more in insurance premium from a homeowner's perspective, from a car insurance perspective, because we get penalized by insurance companies when we withdraw these, because they're not designed as a bank account. It's never been designed as a bank account. Hate insurance company or love them, you just have to educate yourself how insurance works. And I already talked about, you can also pay your shortage in cash. This is why it's really good to have an emergency fund, for you that have a financial planner or advisor out there. They talk a lot about your emergency fund. They teach you to build that, because these are the things that life can bring to your life. Like, these are the curveballs that we go through in life that could be a surprise for somebody that's a first-time home buyer, or just agree to pay the increase in your payment, in your monthly payment. Big repairs. Oh my gosh. My husband is an American man, and Americans like to get bigger things. They just want bigger house, bigger trucks, bigger and newer stuff. Like everything just has to be bigger. And then they downsize because the kids are out. I'm like, no, we're going to stay in our home because our kids are 15, 18. One of them are going to college. I don't want to have to downsize. I'm good. Plus, when you get a bigger house, you get a bigger roof, right? What happens to roof? Over time, they leak. And then they need repairs or replacement. Well, a bigger roof on a bigger house is going to be bigger bill. It's bigger and bigger. What happens when you get a bigger house? It's a bigger insurance bill. You think your insurance and your impound account is shorting? You're going to have a shortage. Bigger house. By the way, I don't like to host parties in my house. That's why I kept a smaller house. But bigger house also becomes the party central. Like everything in my life is strategic. Financial journey, right? I am the student of my own advice. And bigger house becomes party central. And you start hosting parties. You always, as a host, you always, I feel like, get the short end of the stick when you host parties in your house. Unless you really love it and you have a lot of money in your bank account, then go for it. But if you're living check to check, you should not be doing that. You're always buying things for the people, yeah, they're going to bring a little bit here, a little bit there, BYOB and all that stuff. You got big repairs in your house. You're going to have rotting stuff if you don't maintain it. You got maintenance. I mean, these are the things I don't think a lot of first-time home buyers realize. And I think the industry, right? And I know my friends out there that are listening, they do this with their clients, but not everybody does. I know this because it wasn't done to me when I was a first-time home buyer in Southern California. Everybody's just in it for the commission instead of the compassion. I surround myself with amazing real estate circle because I know that they care, and educate and tell first-time home buyers that these are the things you need to consider when you buy a house. And by the way, if you have never taken first-time home buyer classes and then you just jumped in owning a home, that's probably a big error on your part. There's a lot. I mean, these real estate offices provide you with classes after classes. Even the agents provide you with classes. So make sure that you make a commitment to your education, because you don't blame other people. You can only blame yourself. HOA dues. Ho, ho, HOA dues. If applicable, they also go up. You think you might have an HOA dues that's $100 to start, but they also go up because prices of other vendors go up. And there's common areas when you have HOA dues that needs to be paid. That's also a surprise if applicable to first-time home buyers. You guys, our time is up. My name is Kareen Mills. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel if you're on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch a lot of my past content because it's going to help you out a lot. Kareen Mills, it rhymes with bills, dollar bills, raw, rich, anonymous women. Oh my gosh. If you want to make a commitment to your financial journey and make a commitment to be better with it, raw is where financial independence meet girl power. That being said, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching and viewing my YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting. I really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. 22nd day of hashtag 31 days of we. We are almost there. Thank you guys for watching. Bye for now.